Hey everybody, Hunter, Fisher, Trapper, Trader, Guide, Scout, and Interpreter, and Country Cook Steve Hall here in Nashville, Tennessee, along with pretty Miss Sheila. You ready for a recipe, Sheila?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get to it. We're going to make crock-pot taco soup. And it's really neat, and you're going to just absolutely love it. It's a great warm-up, especially in the wintertime. We're going to start out with 1 pound of ground beef, browned and drained, but we're going to cook 1 medium onion chopped up in with the hamburger as we brown it, and then drain it. Again, 1 medium onion, along with 1 pound of ground beef, browned and drained. Put that in there first. We're going to put in 1 can of RO TELs. We didn't drain it. We want the juice for volume. We want 1 can of kernel corn. Oh, that looks good. We're going to put that in there. And we didn't drain that either. I guess we should have mentioned, we'll turn our cooker on high here, just until it gets really, really hot and starts to simmer, then we'll turn it down on medium low. But we should have mentioned that when we were browning up our burger and our onion, we did not put any seasoning in it. And there's a reason, because we're going to put in 1 packet of taco seasoning in this recipe, and that's going to be our seasoning for everything. So don't salt and pepper your burger when you have it in the frying pan. I hope you didn't do that earlier in the recipe before you got this far on down the line. I'll put a notation at the beginning of the video. We'll stir that seasoning in. Boy, that smells wonderful already. We're going to put in 1 small can of tomato paste, and I went ahead and dug that out of that little baby can. Them little cans ain't very big. They're only about that high and about that big around. About as big as a quarter tomato paste. We're going to get stirring that in there. Believe it or not, I couldn't find my medium size. I got plenty of big slow cookers, but I couldn't find the medium size slow cooker cord for right now. I know it's somewhere in our other kitchen downstairs, but we're going to try to make this all fit, because now we also need to add a can of diced tomatoes. And again, I'm leaving the juice in there because I want the liquid for volume, because this recipe actually originally called for 1 cup of water. And I think that's because they might have drained everything else. But I hate to throw away the juice from the corn and the juice from the RO TELs and the juice from the diced tomatoes. So it's all in there now. And as this reduces, we may have to add a little water on the back end, but we'll see. Boy, isn't that looking good? And we'll see as we get a little closer. All right, now we're going to cover this up, and we're going to put the lid on it here, and we're going to let this simmer. Once this gets to kind of boiling in there, getting really hot, yeah, it's a brand new cooker, so it's already firing up there. Once this gets to boiling and simmering kind of, we're going to turn it down to medium or even low. But I think medium, because we're kind of in a rush here. We want to cook it for about 30 minutes, simmer it in here, and then we're going to plate it up with some other little goodies, and we'll tell you about that in a minute. We'll check back with you in about a half hour. I know what you're thinking. What happened to that little crock pot? Well, we had to add water to get it more into a soup consistency, and it wouldn't fit. So I just grabbed this real quick, and I will tell you that I mentioned earlier that I may or may not need to put water in it. This is a real nice soup consistency, and it took a cup to a cup and a half, and even pushing 2 cups of water to get it to this consistency. So yes, it does. Even though you didn't drain your RO TELs or your diced tomatoes or the corn, put all them juices in there because they add flavor. And then, speaking of flavor, I can always put a little, oh I know, I'll put it in my bowl because Sheila doesn't. Me and Sheila have been together for a long time. In fact, we're on our 2nd bottle of Tabasco sauce. That tells you how long we've been together. All right, let's go ahead and plate this up. Now you can cook it just in a cooker like this, or a frying pan, or just stove top, or however. But the slow cooker's kind of nice, because if you want to go out and do something in the yard, you know it's not going to burn. You can turn it down on simmer, on low there, and I know I'm getting out of frame here just a little bit. Man, that looks good. I got to tell you, I tasted it before we came on camera, because I don't like to give you recipes that don't taste good. They might look good, sound good, be easy to make, but if they don't taste good, that doesn't work. We're going to put a little sprinkle of some Mexican blend cheese on top here, and we'll give it a little scoop of sour cream, a little dollop there in the middle. And then, just to make it look like we're kind of professional at something, we'll put a little chives on there. Look at that. All right. Then, just for fun, we're going to put some corn chips along the edge for a little bit of scooping and munching to kind of give a little crunch to your crock-pot taco soup. If you use a medium-sized crock-pot, it'll all fit in there, including your 1.5 to 2 cups of water, which you will need with this recipe. Take a look. How we looking there, Sheila?
Looks great.
All right, it's time for the magic ingredient. Just a couple, 3 little drops of Tabasco sauce for mine. Don't put it in your main dish because then everybody won't eat it. There it is right there. And there you have it, crock-pot taco soup. Man, this stuff is outstanding. And I'll tell you, the ingredients that are in this are exactly what you need. Put 1 cup of water in if you like it real thick, maybe 1.5 cups to 2 cups to make it soup like you'd serve in a restaurant. And if you like a thinner soup, you can go to 2.5 cups of water. Any of the recipes that I show you, modify them. Add some stuff, some hot sauce. You can do little potatoes in there if you want, I guess. But this is just great the way it is. There's our little subscribe button right there. Hope you'll click on that and subscribe to our channel. It automatically lets you know when we got a new recipe out. I want to thank pretty Miss Sheila back there for running the camera and helping me with all the table set and all that stuff. We're going to dive into some of this because it's absolutely terrific. Is it the best crock-pot taco soup you'll ever make? If it ain't, it ought to be. This is Steve Hall here in Nashville, Tennessee. And by the way, check out all of our recipes. We got venison recipes and all kinds of candies and all kinds of soups. They're all over on our Cooking with Shotgun Red channel. There's a lot of them. I know you'll find one you like. We'll see you next time right here on Cooking with Shotgun Red. Bye-bye.